Good morning, everyone. Good morning, classmates. Good morning, ma'am. I am Queen Mary O. Buenavides, your discussant for today's lesson. So, my topic for today is about the trials of present-day education. So, let us know what is the new humanism by Irving Babbitt. So, humanism strongly reacted against commercialism and Philistinism of bourgeois society. So, commercialism, ga-against sila sa commercialism, kung sa diin, dili kita gabaligya, bakal sang mga bagay nga dapat naton gamiton sa aton nga balay. So, diri nila gina-advertise kung ano ang mga kinahanglan naton i-baklon. So, the New Humanism critical movement in the US between 1910 and 1930. So, based on the literacy and social theories of the English poet and critic Matthew Arnold, who sought to recapture the moral quality of past civilizations. So, the best that has been taught and said in an age of industrialization and materialism. So, what is Philistinism? So, Philistinism, it is the attitude or quality of not caring about understanding or liking good art, music, and literature. So, the new humanist, conservative in the cultural and political outlook. Next, reacting against the relativistic disorder of styles and approaches. Next, they rejected predominant tendencies stemming from liberal bourgeois society or tradition. So, liberal bourgeois tradition, they first narrow focus on the present at the expenses of past and tradition. So, sang una ko, nag-focus lang sila sa mga gasto nila halin sa mga past kag ang ilang mga tradition. Next, unrestrained freedom in political, moral, and aesthetic domain. Next is the pluralism. Next, the and mechanical exaltation of facts kung sa diin diri ginhibaluan nila kung ano ang nagkaratabo sang una, and an informed worship of sciences. So wala sila kabalo kung paano sila magsamba sa mga siyensya. Next is the classism versus romanticism. So Rousseau, as father of radical democracy and representative of romanticism. So let us know what is the difference between classism and romanticism. So classism express what is normal. Next is the pluralism, then mechanical exaltation of facts. So mechanical nga pagtaas sang mga kamatuoran. Then, an informed worship of science. So, wala di sila kabalo kung paano nila sambahon ang siyensya. So, classism versus romanticism. So, Rousseau, as the father of radical democracy and representative of romanticism. So, let us know what is the difference between classicism and romanticism. So, classicism express what is normal and central in human experience. Not local and national, but universal and human. It also offers a model of representative human nature. It also seeks the true center and abiding permanent human element through changes and employs an ethical imagination insisting on restraint and proportion. So, on the other hand, ang classism focus lang sa reason and strict adherence to traditional rules and forms. Then, the romanticism, it is also pursuit of strange, extreme, and unique premise on a conception of imagination. So, it is also derived from Kant and Skinner. So, Babbitt's objection, fostering of anarchy. So, anarchic of individualism and evasion of moral responsibility. Then, avoiding center human experience condemns itself to both intellectual and moral relativism. And it also blind immersion in the many with no authority of the one. So, romanticism is emphasize imagination, emotion, and individualism. So, seeing nature and humanity as ever-changing and defying strict rules. Now, let us proceed to the Babbitt's humanism. So, Babbitt's humanism concerned with perfecting the individual return to the Renaissance idea of ideal of complete man. So, Renaissance idea of complete man by Leonardo da Vinci is to live more diverse lives in doing more things to achieve that completehood and completeness idea. So, what is the Renaissance of ideal of complete man? So, an ideal that developed Renaissance Italy from the notion expressed by one of its accomplished representatives, expressed by one Leon Battista Alberti from 1904 to 1970, that a man can do all things if he will. So the ideal embodied the basic tenets of Renaissance humanism, which considered man the center of universe. Next, life and man constitute a oneness always changing. An experience contains both unity and multiplicity. Human nature picks through all its surface changes and view of reality as ultimately a unity. Next, let us proceed what is the moral teaching. So, moral teaching. Now, let us know what is moral. So, what is moral? So, a moral are principles of values on what a person or society are the right, proper, and acceptable of behaving. So, amo ni sa ang prinsipyo or pagpahalaga base kung ano ang insakto kag hindi insakto nga dapat naton himuon nga pamatasan. So moral has two kinds. So, the question are, what is moral life and what is moral obligation? So, what is moral life? So, a moral life conforming to standards of what is right or just in behavior or virtue. So, it is a responsible life where a moral person strives to tend assistant to those in need. So, ang moral life, amo ni sang isa ka responsible life kung sa diin ang isa ka moral person ga-strive nga makabulig sa mga tao nga gakinahanglan man sang bulig or ano man sila kung ano ang gapursige sila kung paano nila mabuligan ang tao nga gakinahanglan man sang ilang bulig. Next is the moral obligation. So moral obligation arising from conscience or the sense of right and wrong. So moral obligation is the requirement to pursue what we believe and act accordingly. So, moral obligation kung ano ang sa pamatyaga naton ang insakto kag ang dapat naton nga himuon. So, for example is so kita nga teachers kinahanglan naton mag-participate sa aton nga mga estudyante through moral kag emotional education. So kung ano man nga subject or lesson ang aton nga ginatudlo sa ila, so kinahanglan naton irespetar ang rights ng isa estudyante kag maghimo sa mga secure emotional environment nga makahatag sa ila sang trust, balance, and mutual respect. Next is the moral victory and moral support. So, having psychological rather than physical or tangible effects. So, what is moral? Next, let us proceed to what is a moral certainty. So, moral certainty based on strong likelihood of firm conviction rather than on the actual evidence. So, base sa malakas or makusog nga posibilidad kung sa diin ang iyang nga pati sa halip sa actual nga ebidensya. So, what is a moral person? So, a moral person is a one who follows the rules of conduct within the group or society he should live in. So, ang moral person, amo na siya ang gapati sa mga rules sa isa ka society nga kinahanglan nila sundon. So, here are the examples of moral person. So, an example of moral is the commandment. So, thou shall not kill. So, ara na sa commandment number 6. Kung sabihin, hindi kita magpatay sang isig kapariho naton. Kay ang kabuhi, ang isa ka gift nga ginhatag sang God, nga dapat naton irespetar ang kabuhi sang tagsa isa-isa sa aton. Next, an example of moral is the story of the slow and steady wins the race from the tortoise and the hare. So amo ni sa ang story sang tagong kag ang rabbit. So ang tagong, so maano sa mahinay sa maglakat, while ang rabbit naman is makusog sa magdalagan or madasig. So hindi bot silingon nga mahinay kita lakat or maghulag nang ulihin na kita sa success. So hindi dapat kita as if nga kay tungod madasig kita dapat ang mauna or kita tumakalabot sa success. Dapat step by step lang. Now, let us proceed to moral teaching. So, moral teaching has two examples. First, to know the little or even nothing for virtue. So, ginhambal ina ni Aristotle. So, but silingon, may nabalaan ka man or wala, basta may nakabulig ka para sa kamaayuhan. Next, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. So, bot silingon, anon mo ang kaalam kung ang imo character, hindi manami. So, dapat maalam ka na, manami pa ang character mo. So, amo na ang goal sang matuod nga edukasyon. So, next is the moral teachers and moral students. So, Rick Wisborne posits in his Moral Teachers, Moral Students article that educators influence students. So, ang kita nga mga teachers, kita ang ma-influence sa aton nga mga learners. So, moral development, that simply by being good role models. So ang ma-develop naton ang moral development sang isa ka bata. Not simply nga ipakita mo nga ikaw ang ginamodel nila, but to mapaghimo sang maayo kag importante nga mga bagay as a educator. Next, si Benjamin Franklin naman, gin-state niya nga, nothing is of more importance for the public weal than to form and train up youth in wisdom and virtue. So, what is the moral educator? So, as a moral educator, kita nga mga teacher, kita ang role model nga ga-set sang good example sa aton nga students. So, as a role model for our students, kay kita ang gina-look up nila, dapat tuduan ta sila kung ano ang dapat nila himuon o kung ano nga mga bagay ang dapat nga maayo sa ila. Next, teacher as a counselor who offers advice. So, kung ang aton nga estudyante may problema, so dapat kita nga as a teacher, kita nag-guide or gahatag sa ila sang advice. Kay because nga kita nga teacher ang second nga parents, so kita na mag-guide sa ilam, hatag kita sa mga advices nga makapamag-an sa kung ano ang mga mabugat nga nabatyagan nila. Next, forming a caring environment. So, dapat as a teacher, kag ikaw ang second nga parents, dapat ang imong estudyante, maipakita mo nga valuable or respectable sila. Nga palangga mo sila, kag dapat mo sila i-care. Next, developing social and emotional skills, teaching for expertise and perfection. So, tuduan mo sila kung paano maging expert, kag i-perfect mo or i-insaktuhon mo ang mga bagay nga pamatyagan mo nga hindi nila dapat himuon, dapat i-correct mo na sila. Next, teaching self-regulation and development. Then, 7, provide opportunities for your children to help others. This will instill in them generosity. So, ibutang man ang mga bata nga kung sa diin maano nila ang kagalingan nila nga nakabulig sila sa ilang isig ka pareho. So, ano mo sila, itagam sila opportunities nga makashow sila sang kindness to other people. Next, involve your child in community service. It will generate an attitude of serving. So, as a teacher, ipakita mo sa mga estudyante mo nga willing sila mag-service nga free lang nga wala sing bayad nga mabalik sa ila. Next, tell your child about the people you admire and why. So, ihambal mo sa mga students mo kung sino ang gina-look up nila, kag nga gina-look up nila ini nga gusto nila maging magdako sila nga gusto nila mangin amo sina, o kung for example yung imo nga estudyante gusto ya mangin teacher sa, so nga ang kinahang nga ginalook up ya nga ang gusto ya nga mangin teacher sa someday. So it will silently inculcate good qualities. Then number 10, comment on compassionate behavior. Let your child know that caring is an important moral value. So, dapat itudlo mo man sa mga estudyante mo nga ang pag-care sa tag sa isa-isa ka tawo ay importante nga value sa aton kabuhi. Next, linking morality to academics. So, paano naton malik ang morality to academics? First, teach positive behaviors. So as a teacher, kinahanglan mo tudloan ang mga estudyante mo sa mga positive behavior. For example, ang kindness. So, ma-show mo nga ang kindness mo through saying please and thank you. So, please, kung may isugo ka sa ila. And thank you, kung may... Next is connect it to your content. So, as a teacher, kung may gusto ka itudlo sa imo nga estudyante, dapat i-connect mo kung ano ang content sang imo nga lesson. So, sa dira, mahibaluan nila kung ano nga experience ang dapat nila matun-an. Next, talk with parents. So, if ang imo nga estudyante may problema about sa mga grades nila, so kinahanglan mo ini ipahibalo sa ila nga mga parents. So, kay karapatan sa mga parents mabalaan kung naga-excel bala or may problema sa ilang nga bata. Next, how can moral teaching be improved at home? So, paano natin ma-improve ang moral teaching kung ara kita sa aton nga balay? So, narrate patriotic, religious, or ethical stories. So, inarita sa mga students nato na mga ethical stories or religious stories. So, hatag kita sa question kung ano ang ila na kuha nga lesson sa ina nga istorya. Next, be polite, respectful, and considerate towards others. Third, media exposure plays a major role in our life. While watching the news or even a movie, discuss the different aspects and ask the child what he or she would have done in that situation. This will develop a sense of reasoning in children. So, diri na di magguwa ang HATS or higher order thinking skills. So, mahatag sila sang judgment sa ilang nga nalantaw nga movie. Next is fourth, while performing religious activities, involve the child where you can it generates faith and trust towards God. So, because sa mga perform sila sa mga religious activities, diri man ma-generate sang ilang faith kag salig sa Ginoo. Fifth, listen respectfully to your child's ideas and wherever required, correct them. So, kung ang imo nga bata or estudyante gahatag sa mga knowledge or ga-share sa iya nga ideas, so dapat naton ini pamatian. Kag kung may araman sila nga sala, i-correct lang naton. So this will boost their self-confidence. So as a teacher, kung ang students mo abi sala ang iya nga opinion or ideas na gin-share sa imo, so mahatag lang kita sang nga idea nga makapakorek sa iya. So hindi ta paghambang nga sala ini siya kay maka low sang ilang nga self-confidence. Next, spend quality time with children. The quality of time that you spend with your children has a close effect on what they grow up into. Next, number 7, provide opportunities for your children to help others. So, ibutang mo man ang mga estudyante mo or child mo sa oportunidad nga kung sa diin makabulig sila sa isig kapariho nila. So, this will instill them in generosity. Next, involve your child in community service. It will generate an attitude of serving. 9, tell your child about the people you admire and why. So, pamangkuton mo ang students mo or children mo kung ano ang sino ang gina-admire nila kag naa. So for example, si Christy gina-admire si Mamya as a teacher. So nga gina-admire nga gusto ya mangin teacher someday. So it will silently inculcate good qualities. Last, comment on compassionate behavior. Let your child know that caring is an important moral value. So, as a teacher, ito do taman sa aton nga mga batang ang pagbulig sa aton isang kapariyo is importante nga himuon. So, education is not about teaching people what they do not know. So, ang edukasyon, hindi lang sa pagtudlo kung ano ang wala nahibaluan. It means teaching them to behave as they should. It is painful, continued process to be accomplished with kindness by precept and by praise and above all by examples. So next, let us discuss what is contemporary education. So contemporary education, what is the meaning? It is a most fundamentally a framework for teaching and learning. Based on this framework, contemporary education offers a curricula, institutes, and a blog to reimagine education for the 21st century. So, ang vision sa contemporary education is to transform schools into centers of meaningful reflection on how we respond to our human needs practically and theoretically in the pursuit of healthier lives and more just, peaceful and sustainable societies. Next, the mission. So, ang ilang mission is to transform education into empower students to make meaningful decision in their lives. So, ang mission nila i-empower ang mga estudyante para mangin mas meaningful ang ilang decision making. Next, contemporary learning. So, contemporary learning prepares students across all curriculum areas. So, diri as a teacher, ginaready ta ang mga bata naton. So, for example, sa lesson mo, kung imo nga lesson is math, so, dapat i-connect mo sa iban nga mga subject. So, hindi ka mag-focus lang sa isa ka subject, but nag-widen ang imo nga subject. So, may ara na nga PE, English, Math. So, ara na amo na sa ang ginatawag nga across all curriculum areas and learning stages with skills and capabilities to thrive in a rapidly changing and interconnected worlds. Next, it connects students and engage on their sense of curiosity. So, kay nagbutang na di kung nga gusto na hibalente because nang curious sila kung ano gid man ina. Next, the important things to consider. So, as a teacher, the important things to consider is know and understand the needs and talents of their students. So, as a teacher, ibaluon naton kung ano ang mga talents kag ang mga needs na kinahanglan sang aton nga students para ma-improve pagid ang ilang nga nahibaluan kag ano pagid ang mas makabulig nga mas malawig pagid ang ilang nga mahibalaan about sa kanila nga talents. So, they are flexible and select from a range of effective teaching strategies. Then, the environment. So, inspire students to be leaders of their own learning. So, ibutang mo man sila nga mangin leader sila. So, diri mas maano nila, help nila ang kagalingan nila as a independent. So, students collaborate and use critical and creative thinking. So, diri na di mapanumdum sila kung sa diin makahatag sila sang mga ideas sa ilang mga upod. Then, ang ilang creative thinking thus solve complex problems and became mindful global citizen. So, what is the most effective method and strategic in teaching? So, ginhambal diri nga there is no one single effective teaching method of strategy. So, wala sing isa lang nga strategy. So, dapat damo nga strategy. So, ang a teacher, the role as a teacher or educator, so proficient in many teaching practices, and more importantly, to be able to assess their impact on students and adapt their teaching practices to assist students if they are not responding or engaged. So, as a educator, dapat balaan mo kung ano ang ginatudlo mo sa imong estudyante. Kay diri, mahibaluan mo kung ang imong estudyante na nakuha bala ang imo nga ginatudlo sa ila or wala or ga-respond sila bala sa imo nga lesson. Next, highly proficient in assessing students, needs and talents, evaluating their impact, intervening using multiple methods and providing feedback to students in their learning. So, government, great teaching, inspired learning. Kung ikaw as highly proficient teachers, so dapat as a teacher, kinahanglan mo ibaluan ang mga kinahanglan kag mga talents na dapat nila mahibaluan. So ano tong mga weakness and strengths nila. So here are the learning modes. So the highlight different ways in which learning occurs. So each mode requires students and teachers to be interacting differently with space in each other. So the learning modes are collaboration, discussion, feedback and reflection, guided, explicit, demonstration, experimental, and independent. So let us first what is collaboration? So, collaboration, learn with others. So, ga-share sila sang ideas, ga-collaborate sila. Kung sa diin, mahibaluan naton, kita ng, maka-learn sa iban nga tao or iban nga students nga aton nga kagrupo. So, authentic collaboration means student work together on a common task, project, or goal. So, diri na dinabutang ang group activity kung sa diin gahatag sila sang different ideas. Have equal contribution and accountability, are dependent on the whole group. Collaboration includes the sharing and refinement of ideas, problem solving, designing, prototyping, testing, evaluating, recording, and presenting. Next, high quality discussion. So, sa high quality discussion, talk about and share ideas. It takes place between the peers and small, large groups. Is planned learning occurs frequently at key points during the learning sequence. Discussion should be an integral part of learning to develop critical thinking, creativity, reasoning, and resilience. So, through discussion, dili nato mahibalaan ang mga uh, ang mga ginapanumdum sang aton nga mga upod kung ano mga ideas ang mahatag nila sa tagsa isa. Thus, teacher can facilitate discussion by posing questions that provoke a response, reaction, or deep thoughts. Throughout the discussion, they are a guide and prompt and should manage strategies and engage equitable participation. Next is feedback and reflection. So, learn about my learning. So, kung naibaluan mo na to, dapat mahatag ka sang kung ano ang imo nga natun-an, ano ang imo nga opinion, dapat may feedback ka. So, feedback and reflection can have a high impact on student learning when feedback is immediate, regular, and relevant. Learners have planned time to receive, reflect, and act upon feedback. Feedback is provided as a guide for learning, not just as assessment. Thus, feedback and reflection is an important part of students' learning that should be specific and planned. It can be used as opportunity as for students to set learning goals and iterate on their demonstrated learning. So, teachers act as coaches and mentors during feedback and reflection. Next, guided learning. So, sa guided, maka-learn kita sa expert. So, it provides opportunity for differentiated instruction, can be delivered to large groups, small group, or individual learners, should lead learners to increasing independence. Next, explicit. Learn from an expert naman. So, explicit learning provides a platform for the acquisition of new knowledge. So, acquisition of new knowledge, ma-acquire sila sang bago nga knowledge. So, learning goals and intentions are clear. So, dapat ang learning goals and intention mo, clear dapat sila. Next, learner are generally directed to central focus of points. So, dapat nakafocus lang kung ano ang main idea or the central. Next, new content can be delivered in a virtual or physical manner. Thus, explicit learning should be provided in short, sharp session and may take place with large group or small group or individual student audiences. So, teachers may have a more direct role in his mode where they are from the expert and model new learning, may create or source virtual and digital content for students to view and save for later reference material. Next is demonstration. So, kung mag-demonstrate kita, present kita sang aton nga project or something nga ginhatagan kita sang atong nga teacher kata. So, students should have opportunity and experience in demonstrating their learning. So, kung, for example, ari ang apple. So, kay gin-demonstrate nila, gina-imagine nila kung ano ang shapes ang apple, kung anong color ya. So, mahibaluan naton ang ilang different style, audience, kag as a learning opportunity for others. Thus, student learning is the focal point and may be physical or virtual representation, exhibition, and performance or display. Next, experiential. So, from the word experiential, through experience. So, kinahanglan naton maghimo, mag-explore, kag mag-investigate. So, experiential learning enables opportunity for students to apply or acquire knowledge in a practical context. May or may not result in a completed product, can occur in a virtual or physical manner. Thus, experiential learning should be enable students to think critical and creatively about theory. So, dapat ma-engage mo ang student ka panungdong sila critically and creative understanding and designs and apply problem solving skills. Next, independent. Learn by myself. So, independent learning requires learners to self-regulate and make decisions about their learning through self-organization and time management, choice in where they learn based on learning style and task, assessing support and learning tools when required. So, thus, independent learning can offer student choice in what they learn as well as the pace of learning. So, here are the current trends in the technology. First, e-learning. So, sa e-learning, na diyang education training delivered electronically. It can be slide-based online activities or it can also be an online course that helps a business train employees in necessary skills. So, pwede ka na diri kayo enroll or maka-learn ka di through online lang, hindi mo na kinahanglan mag face-to-face interaction. So, educational content is delivered to learners through computers, laptops, tablets, or smartphones. So, many e-learning courses include animation, podcast, and videos that create a multimodal and practical learning experience. Next, video-assisted learning. So, in recent years, video-assisted learning has become more and more popular as classroom displays. So, this trend is also booming in distance learning conditions. So, mas booming na ni sila sa through abroad guro kay distance, but silingon hindi sila lapitay. So, magamit mo ng video assisted kung ara ka sa gwa or ang imo nga sa estudyante, ikaw as a teacher ara ka sa Philippines, then ang imong student ara sa ibang nga bansa. So, videos, especially animated videos, are extremely beneficial to English lesson and make content comprehensible. So, it improves students' outcomes and reduces teachers' workload. Next, blockchain technology. So, sa blockchain technology is used in massive online courses. So, iniguriya sa ano naman isaya sa high school or college, I think. College and e-portfolios to verify skills and knowledge. So, this is sa e-portfolio, pwede na di kita kasend ang aton nga mga projects through online. So, the DLT system will answer the problems or authentication scale and cost for e-learning agencies. Moreover, it can help students, applicants publish their accomplishments during the job-seeking phase. Next is the learning analytics. So, allow educators to measure and report students' learning just by the web. So, pwede ang mga learners, pwede sila ka-report through web. So, from that, it's possible for them to better understand and optimize learning. So, it helps educator identify blocks of students who may have academic or behavioral challenge. From that, teachers could develop a way to help students reach their full potential. Next is gamification. So, if you are looking for a way to turn learning into a more fun and engaging process, gamification is the most suitable educational technology trend. So, kay trending ini sa bong. So, may ari for example na di ang Kahoot, Tag, Bilingo, and Quizlet. So, sa Quizlet, na ang mga quiz, ipindot-pinduton mo lang ang correct answer. So, the adaptation of gamification is the most popular in the K-12 education sector. It because kids are quickly engaged in gaming videos or getting higher scores in a game. So, next, immersive learning with VR and AR. So, the class learning experience has undergone tremendous change since virtual reality, VR, and augmented reality, AR, came to education. So, sa do shade, na kung sa diin, pamatyagan mo ara ka sa realidad nga ikaw ang ahimo sang true video. Kung ikaw ang kapot So, learning has become much more interactive than traditional methods. So, mas mahapos ko na ni ang immersive learning kaysa sa traditional methods kay mas maintindihan sa mga students. Next, help explain complex concepts that plain images or even labs hands-on experiment couldn't show students. Next is the social media in learning. So many educator institutes have started using social media as a communication tool in which students can interact with others easily. So for example, ang Google Meet kung sa diin diri kita gatipon-tipon kag kung sa diin diri kita ga reports, diri kita ga share sang aton nga ideas. Then, for example, some other mga social media is the Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter. So, students can share study materials discussed with others in a group, easily comment on someone else's post. So, even an animated learning video could go viral on social media. Next, the issues or the four major issues in education in the Philippines. So first, the first major issues in education is the quality of education. So, decline in the quality of Philippine education at the elementary and secondary levels. So, the results of not among their elementary and high school students in CAE were way below the target mean score. So, ay tungod sa pandemic, so may arang nga mga students ang in International Mathematics and Science Study or TIMMS. So, as year of 2003. So, ang math, the Philippines ranked number 43 out of 46 countries. Then, ang science, Philippines ranked number 42. So, second, issues in education is affordability of education. So, big disparity in educational achievement across social groups. So, socio-economically disadvantaged students have higher dropout rates in elementary level. So, because sang kapigaduhon, damo ang mga estudyante nga wala na lang gay eskwela. Itungod sang wala balon or wala sang alawan. So, mas ginapili na lang nila nga magtinir na lang sa balay kaysa magkadto sa eskwelahan. So, most of their freshman students at the tertiary level come from relatively well-off families. Next, the three issues of in education is budget for education. So the Philippines Constitution has mandated the government to allocate the highest proportion its budget to education. So Philippines still has one of the lowest budget allocations to education among the ASEAN countries. So sa ang Philippines ang pinakagamay nga budget sa gahatag sila sang may pinakagamay nga budgets for education. Next is the mismatch. But silingon, hindi sila parehos. For example, ang sa socks, hindi sila parehos. Lain ang ilang nga design, lain ang ilang nga color. So, there is a large proportion of mismatch between training and actual jobs. So, this is the major problem at the tertiary level and it's also the cause of the existence of a large group of educated unemployed or underemployed. So, the conclusion, contemporary education is the most fundamentally framework for teaching and learning. So, education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. So, according to Albert Einstein.